Hey, welcome back to the show One Dark Universe. I'm your host, Howard Palmer. On this episode, we're calling it Anti Gravity Work. It is a new year, it is a new season, and if you look at it, it's a new moment. The work that we do on this podcast, I call myself an inner space archaeologist. Hopefully, you can find a way to reflect on the same words or the same meaning, but it's about exploring the infinite within and the infinite beyond. So, what if the weight of what you feel, the heaviness of your heart, your mind, your body, isn't gravity at all? What if it's something else entirely? Like fear, doubt, negativity. These forces pull us down, hold us back, and keep us grounded in places we've never meant to stay. I wonder if that resonates with you. As we step into the new year, let's imagine something different. What if love, true, unyielding, uplifting love, could make us weightless? What if consistent practice like prayer, meditation, gratitude, and acceptance could help us float above the forces that hold us down? What if today we'll explore how love uplifts and negativity holds us down? And we'll discover how to practice this anti gravity work every day. And with our hearts and minds and spirits, we begin. This is where you take that moment to take a deep breath, maybe put a smile on your face intentionally, right? Let the love know that you're open to receive it. So, are you ready to defy gravity? Understanding gravity and negativity. Let's start with gravity. We all know it as a physical force that keeps us grounded. But what if we think of it as something more symbolic? Like, imagine gravity as a weight of fear, doubt, and negativity. As we age, this weight can feel heavier. The fear of youth, you know, grows into anxiety as adulthood. So, the fears of your youth grow into anxiety of adulthood. The doubts we once brushed aside because, they were ingrained in other thoughts. But if we don't put in the work, like mental, emotional, and physical work to get better, we risk being held down by the very weight we've accumulated over time. So if you miss the magic of what was said there, you got to learn to let it go. Think about it. How often have you felt stuck? Not because you lack the ability to move forward, but because something inside of you held you back, right? You could blame it on a past experience, someone else. Take a moment to reflect. As you do, this is what we call your personal gravity. What thoughts, beliefs, or feelings are keeping you tethered to the ground? What are you holding on to? Now let's visualize something. Picture yourself standing in a field. Above you, the sky is vast and open, inviting you to rise. But around your feet are heavy chains. Each chain represents a fear, a doubt, or a negative thought. Imagine what these chains would feel like. Heavy. These fears, these doubts, these negative thoughts, they're grounding you, holding you back. We'll come back to that image later. But for now, hold on to the idea that these chains aren't permanent. They can be broken. And the key to breaking them is love. Love of self, practicing the idea of being better. So let's see love as anti gravity. And let's talk about love. Not the fleeting kind that comes and goes with circumstances, but the deep, abiding love that starts within. Love is the ultimate anti gravity force. It's what lifts us up when we're down, keeps us moving when something else is feeling heavy or when something feels heavy. But here's the thing, love isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. When we love ourselves, we begin to see the chains of negativity for what the fear of what they are. They're illusions. When we love others, we create connections that uplift and inspire each other. And when we practice gratitude, acceptance, and kindness, we create a world that feels lighter, freer, more open. Let me share a story with you. So a friend of mine once told me about a time in their life when they felt completely weighted down. They were overwhelmed by self-doubt, struggling to find meaning, and constantly criticizing themselves. One day, they decided to try something simple. Every morning, they wrote down 3 things that they were grateful for. Now, at first, it felt awkward, almost even forced. But over time, something shifted. These small acts of gratitude became a daily practice, and that practice began to transform their perspective. The chains of negativity started to loosen. They felt lighter, more open, more free. Can you imagine that? I know I could. That's the power of love in practice. The shift that happens because you intentionally show up for yourself. It doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. It just has to be consistent. Now, you can't read about muscles or read about push-ups and get bigger. So the reps of the anti-gravity work is what we're going to talk about next. So here's the truth. Love, gratitude, and acceptance aren't one-time fixes. They're like muscles. If you don't use them, they weaken. But if you practice, if you put in the reps, they grow stronger. So how do we do the reps of anti-gravity work? Here's an example. Morning gratitude. Morning gratitude rituals. Start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big, small, doesn't matter. The key is to focus on what uplifts you about them. Second example, daily intentions. Set a simple intention for the day. It could be something like, I will approach challenges with love, or I will find joy in small moments, or I'd like to remember a good time in my life when this happened. Again, practice, keep it simple. The third one I'll give you is evening reflections. So we had morning gratitude, daily intentions, and now we got evening reflections. At the end of the day, you take a moment, a few minutes, just to reflect. What went well about the day? What made you feel light? What can you carry forward into tomorrow? These are also good moments to pause, practice meditation, the stillness of becoming aware of the mind, the body, and the breath. So now let's return to that visualization from earlier. I want you to close your eyes if you can and imagine yourself back in that field, the chains still around your feet. But now, with each act of love, each moment of gratitude, each word of kindness, a chain begins to break. One by one, the weight falls away. You start to feel lighter. You begin to rise higher and higher until you're floating. You're weightless. You're free. What's good? That's the power of anti-gravity work. I know you can do this. I've done it. I wondered if you've noticed a shift in me, in my practice, in my work, in how I'm showing up for myself on these episodes with you. You can also see it as the power of love in practice. 2025 is upon us. This is a good year to release what's holding you back, embrace what lifts you up, and remember that every act of love, no matter how small, big, is a step forward into weightlessness, the anti-gravity work. My name is Howard Palmer. Thank you for coming back to the episode. Thank you for coming back to the podcast. Thank you for showing up for yourself. One Dark Universe. You are an inner space archaeologist. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, keep exploring that infinite within and beyond. Take care.